So welcome everyone again to this webinar. Is about Harrisburg University. They're in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, about their hybrid CPT programs. And today's spotlights include, but not limited to, the 12 CPT programs that they have, and also the best student reviews that they've been maintaining throughout the years. Their program field are like this, but not limited to AI, machine learning, data science, project management, analytics, software, even healthcare informatics. We also have human-centered interactions, so mostly STEM program. And about their CPT policy and guide, at the second half of the webinar, we'll have a live Q&A session with Tyler Howell, which we honorably invited from the university's graduate admissions. So again, if you have any question, feel free to scan the QR code and find us for a free consultation. All right. So about the company behind today's webinar, we are GoElite. We're located here in Los Angeles, California. We're a professional consulting agency dedicated to helping international students to thrive in the US. Majorly, we're focused on day one CPT universities, application and program recommendation. And we're also helping F1 reinstatement or emergency transfer, and also change of status application to the schools. Our mission and the vision really is to make students' American dreams come true. We really thrive to provide exceptional client service to our international students. We are currently the sixth institution certified by the AIRC. They are American International Recruitment Council in April 2022. Yep. And it's one of the most respectful organizations in the American education industry. And probably we now have over 530 Google reviews on Google Map. And most of them, I would say, is 5.0, just to testify how satisfied our clients are with our service and how much we thrive really to provide the service to meet our mission and vision. And here are our social media and contacts. Feel free to find us anywhere you like, you're familiar with, or just scan the QR code whenever you see it throughout the webinar for a free consultation with us. And now I'll stop share and pass it to Tyler from Harrisburg's graduate admission. Tyler, whenever you're ready. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Alice, and thank you, GoElite, for hosting me tonight. And I'm excited to be here and to share with you some information regarding Harrisburg University and the awesome STEM programs that we offer. So let's just dive right in. So just to start, I wanted to give you a little background on Harrisburg University. Harrisburg University was founded in 2001, and they are accredited by the Middle States Commission on Higher Education. And of course, that's important because as a student, you want to find a university that's fully accredited, and Harrisburg is. A few notable things about Harrisburg. They are the only nonprofit science and technology focused comprehensive university between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. And also, they have been ranked as the #1 STEM university in the nation in 2021, 2022, and 2023. Oh, as well as 2020. So 4 years running where they have been held that ranking as the #1 STEM university. We have 2 campus locations. Our main campus is in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and we have an additional campus in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The image shown in this slide is of our campus in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. At Harrisburg University, we offer 12 different graduate programs. All of them are STEM designated. So just to go through what those programs are and some of the concentrations, I just want to go over that. So we've got everything from MS Analytics, Biotechnology, Computer Information Sciences, Consumer Behavior and Decision Sciences, Cybersecurity Operations and Control Management, Healthcare Informatics, Human-Centered Interaction Design, Information Systems Engineering and Management, Learning Technologies and Media Systems, Pharmaceutical Sciences, Project Management, and Techpreneurship. And as you can see here, with all of these degrees that are offered, you as the student will be able to choose your concentration. For example, if you're looking at project management, you can look at things like Agile Lean or biotechnology, cybersecurity. Another really cool concentration offered at Harrisburg that you'll see on most of these degrees is one called individual or individualized. And an individualized concentration allows you as the student to pursue multiple interests while focusing on your strengths and career goals. And the way that works is when you enroll, you are able to combine 15 credits from any other graduate degree program to your selected degree. So again, it really allows you to learn the things that you want to learn, that you're interested in, while focusing on your career goals. And as I mentioned before, all of these degrees are STEM designated. So let me give you a little background as far as the format and structure of the programs at Harrisburg University. All of our graduate programs are 2 years in length, 6 semesters, full-time programs. So each semester, students will take 2 3-credit courses. One course will require some face-to-face instruction, while the other course will be fully online. And we'll talk about that in a little bit, that executive format and why that's important. Now, students will take 3 semesters per year. So again, there's 6 total semesters, 3 semesters per year. The semester tuition is $5,730 per semester, and students just pay that in full a week prior to each start. On-campus sessions. So again, the format of this program is an executive format. And what that does is it allows you as a student the flexibility to be able to balance your education with your CPT and other things within your life, right? You're really able to balance the two. So at Harrisburg University, students are required to attend an on-campus class 1 Saturday per month. And then again, the rest of the time, it's going to be online and virtual. So that's 3 Saturdays per semester. So again, very, very flexible. It allows you as a student to be able to live and work anywhere you'd like in the United States while pursuing your degree at Harrisburg. Again, our campus locations are in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, depending on the degree that you've chosen. But again, you don't have to live there. You can, be in New York or New Jersey, even as far away as California or Florida, and travel for those weekend sessions. So it's very, very flexible. Another fantastic thing about Harrisburg University is we have 6 start dates per year. So we do 2 in the spring, 2 in the summer, and 2 in the fall. So really about every 2 months, we've got a start date. So these rolling starts are fantastic because if you're coming off of, say, for example, OPT, it really helps you line up coming off of OPT or perhaps your undergrad degree or a different graduate program that you were completing and seamlessly starting your program at Harrisburg University. Again, for start dates and deadlines, you can contact GoElite. They'll be able to help you with what's the next upcoming start date. Another component of the programs at Harrisburg University is, of course, CPT, or Curricular Practical Training. And CPT is integral to the programs, and so participation is required. CPT is authorized for the full duration of the program, so the full 2 years, without any gaps or breaks. And that CPT is authorized for a period of 12 months. So you would renew that CPT essentially one time during your program, unless, of course, you're changing employment or you lose employment or anything like that. And of course, you're going to have to get new authorization on any employment that you do get. So I wanted to touch again a little bit more on CPT and how this benefits students. So CPT, or Curricular Practical Training, allows an international student with an F1 visa the opportunity to gain real-world experience and apply what they're learning in the classroom through off-campus paid employment. Now, that employment has to be related to your area of study. So if you are looking to, study in analytics, you'd want to find a job that has the description and job duties that relates to that area of study. Now, at Harrisburg University, this is beneficial because it's integral to the program, as I mentioned. And so because it's required and integral to the program, it allows you as the student the opportunity to begin that CPT from day one of the program. So there's no waiting period, no gaps, no breaks. You can participate for the full 2 years. So really, really a great opportunity, very career focused. It's going to allow you to build your career while you get your degree. Of course, the other benefit to the CPT is because you're able to be employed, you're able to earn income, which is going to help offset the cost of your tuition and living expenses while you study. CPT at the university can be either full or part-time CPT. Part-time CPT is defined as anything that's 20 hours or less per week, and full-time CPT is anything more than 20 hours per week. And again, you as the student are able to choose how many hours you plan to do as far as your CPT goes. And of course, that authorization will be on your I-20. Which I'll mention that as well. So the CPT authorization that you get, it is an agreement with the university. So it's the university that's issuing that and authorizing your CPT. So admissions requirements. What does it take to apply and enroll at Harrisburg University? It is a very, very simple process. And again, GoElite's going to be there to help you through this process. So if you have any questions as far as the required documents or the application process, their team is fantastic and they'll be able to assist you through this. What you'll do is you'll complete your application form for the university. And with that, you'll provide some supporting documents. You will provide a goal statement. Now, again, this goal statement, and as you'll see with many of the items in this list, are not required if you've graduated from a U.S. university. So many of you that perhaps are coming off of OPT, or again, you've done maybe an undergrad or another graduate program, a lot of these items will be waived, which will make that application process that much easier for you. Another thing that you'll provide is your degree certificates and transcripts, 2 current letters of recommendation, and they can be from employers or academic sources. They just need to be current. Again, not required if you've graduated from a U.S. university. You will supply a professional resume, proof of English proficiency. This one, again, is waived if you've completed a semester of study here in the United States or you've worked here in the United States. As far as the English proficiency goes, though, if you do need to provide it, Harrisburg accepts IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, and we've now added the PTE as well as an option for students with their English proficiency. So IELTS would need a 6.0. If you do a TOEFL, you'd need an 80. A Duolingo, you would need a 105. And if you have a PTE, you would need a score of 59. You'd also provide us a copy of your passport. And for those individuals already in the United States, you'll also include a copy of your visa, your most recent I-20, as well as your I-94. You will then provide financial support documentation showing bank statements of $27,190 in financial support, or you can submit an affidavit of support if you've got family or friends that are supporting you in that. Another great thing is the GRE or GMAT are not required for admission, so you don't need to have that test taken to be able to enroll at Harrisburg University. Application deadlines. It's a very simple process once that application is submitted, so we can get you accepted and enrolled in no time. The application deadline, if you are currently in the United States, is 2 weeks prior to the start date. And again, we've got start dates every 2 months. Otherwise, if you're still in your home country, the application deadline is 2 months prior to your start date. And again, GoElite's going to have those start dates for you. So if you've got questions as far as when the next available start date is, they'll be able to assist you with that. So what does the admission timeline look like? Again, very, very simple process. The first step is complete that application. You'll work with GoElite, and they will help you through that process, and they'll even help you gather all those supporting documents that you need. Once you submit that complete application, it typically takes 5 to 7 business days for you to receive an acceptance letter from the university. Another great thing is, of course, there's no application fee. So it's not going to cost you anything to apply to the university. Once you have been accepted to the university, your next step would be to pay a tuition deposit, and that is the tuition deposit is $1,000, or you can even pay your tuition in full at that time. Once you've made your deposit, it will then allow you to do a few different things. It will allow you to transfer your SEVIS, or begin the transfer process, where you, of course, will request a transfer out at your current school, and then complete the transfer in form for Harrisburg University. If you are still in your home country, meaning you don't have a current SEVIS, and you're, an initial student, then what you would do is you would request your I-20 and pay an I-20 deposit. That I-20 deposit is $200. Again, this is just for students that it's initial I-20, right? So they haven't yet studied in the US. Once you've either requested to transfer your SEVIS or requested your I-20, the next step is, of course, your enrollment. You'll then be able to register for your classes and complete your orientation, as well as begin submitting your work placement form or waiver. So if you've got employment already lined up, again, if you're coming off of OPT, so you've got that employment, you can submit that work placement form, and then, of course, submit your CPT work authorization form. The last step in this is, of course, to attend the weekend sessions. So again, even though it's in an executive format and most of the learning is going to be online or virtual, that on-campus session, that one Saturday per month, is required. And so you must be to class for that weekend session. So first day of class, you'll want to be there on campus, and then make sure you attend, that one Saturday per month. Again, by doing so, you're going to be in good standing with the program, as well as with your F1 visa and SEVIS. And so it's very, very important that you are aware of that, and you make sure that you attend those sessions. I wanted to now share with you an experience from one of the students that's recently graduated from Harrisburg University, and kind of their success story. So we'll go ahead and watch this now.
So my name is Paulo. I'm originally from Brazil. It's a great pleasure to be here at Harrisburg University. Since from Brazil, it was my dream to do a master's degree. And then it was a struggle for me, because when I searched for a program and then a price, it was really hard for me to connect all those two things. And here I could find an affordable program that I could come, and a very interesting program that I could choose, which was information systems. Now I'm in my last semester at Harrisburg University, about to finish, and then I'm about to achieve a very important dream that I had when I was a teenager. And I'm so grateful for Harrisburg University to have this opportunity to provide this program for international students.
Wonderful. So just as an overview, again, they've been ranked as the #1 STEM university in the nation. Harrisburg, we've got an extensive list of STEM designated programs, 12 different degree programs that you can choose from. You'll benefit from the hybrid format that's going to allow you the flexibility to balance that employment, that CPT, as well as your education. Again, day one CPT. So you're able to gain real world experience. You're applying what you're learning in the classroom and building your career as you study. And it's for the full 2 years of the program with no gaps or breaks. Another huge benefit with the program, of course, is professional networking. You're going to have the opportunity to meet other classmates within your program and at the university. And they're all doing the same thing. They're all participating in CPT. So you're going to be able to meet people from different backgrounds and experiences and really be able to learn from them and network. And then, of course, Harrisburg is wonderful. We've got fantastic student resources to help you succeed, again, to ensure that you're in compliance with your visa status and SEVIS and everything, that you're meeting those requirements of the program. And so, again, as you begin this journey, GoElite's going to be there to help you and assist you through that application process. So, Alice, I'll go ahead and turn it back over to you, and then we can get into the Q&A.
Sure. Thank you so much, Tyler, for the introduction and also detailed information about the CPT policy and the amazing programs. And just to share a personal story, I'm also one of the stories that people graduate from Harrisburg successfully and kind of transfer smoothly into their career. I did book a meeting with their career services, and they're very professional. They went through my resume. So I would say it's very helpful, very great, and of good return of that experience compared to my investment into it. So, I'm a recent graduate from Harrisburg. So I graduated from their MSc in Analytics just last month. And let's get into our Q&A session. Just one last statement. I think Harrisburg, they not only promise you something amazing, like flexible as individualized concentration, but they actually deliver. So let's get started with Q&A. Let me share screen first. And we have a lot of questions from today. Thank you, everyone, for putting the question in the Q&A section. And thank you, Kristen, for putting them here. And first, what we have is, does Harrisburg offer RFE support? What is the process?
Great question. So yes, Harrisburg does offer RFE support. And this is very important because you as an international student, this is something that's going to come up, right? You're gonna have to request this and need it. And one great thing about Harrisburg University is they are very, very strict with compliance with the regulations. And so because of that, they've got all the documentation, and they're going to ensure that they've got, when they provide that RFE, that it's going to have all of the information needed for you. So what you'll do is when you need that RFE support, you'll be able to reach out to the International Student Office, and they will be able to assist you with that.
Okay, great. I do have something personal to say in this, because I had the luck to kind of request the RFE packet, and it's a 44 pages document, and you can easily request it from the school side. It will cost you only a small portion of money, but when you get the result and you kind of submit it to your lawyer, you will learn kind of the quality they deliver. And as you said, Tyler, it's really a compliance wise, they're very strict on that. So not only they will give you your transcripts, your I-20, which you already have, but also kind of your attendance record, and also a statement from the DSO, saying that CPT is part of the requirement for you to graduate. So they have you, you're in good hands, rest assured, and you'll get there one day. So let's see question number 2. What challenges can international students face during immigration, during re-entry to US when doing day 1 CPT? Is it safe to travel internationally during 2-year degree period?
This is a great question. As far as challenges, that would depend on your current immigration status with visa and so on. But as long as you're in compliance with all of that, yes, you can travel while on day 1 CPT and while enrolled in the program. Again, you will want to work with the International Student Office to ensure that they're aware of that, and that you're not missing any of those weekend sessions, for that required in-person session. So you absolutely can travel internationally during your time studying, but again, you'll want to make sure that you still are in compliance with your visa and with the guidelines of the university, and the International Student Office will be able to help you and assist you in that process.
Yeah, thank you, Tyler. So always make sure whenever you want to travel, make sure you have three things that are valid. Those are your I-20 with travel signature, your F1 visa copy on your valid passport. So of course, your valid passport is the third thing you need to make sure you have. So make sure of those three things. We always tell our clients one thing is that it is recommended to travel during your semester break. So try not to travel unless it's an emergency and not to travel during class active time because it will look very suspicious. So yeah. And next question we have is, I don't have a full-time job. Can I apply for day one CPT program without a job and then look for a job while I'm studying?
Again, and Alice, this is fantastic having a graduate of Harrisburg on here. Her experience alone, she can probably provide better detailed responses than myself just because she's gone through it. But this is a great question. So no, you do not need a full-time job. In fact, when you apply to Harrisburg University or enroll in the program, you don't even have to have a job secured at that time. As I mentioned through that process, what you can do when you first enroll, let's say, for example, you don't have a job, you would complete what's called a work placement waiver. And that would let the university know that you currently are not employed, but that you are still looking for a job. That would then give you that time to begin looking for employment opportunities. And then once you've done so and you've secured it, you will submit the work placement form with that job and job description, and then your CPT authorization form. So this is a wonderful question. Yeah, I think a lot of students think that they need to have that employment lined up ahead of time, and you absolutely do not. You're going to have time to be able to do that. So this becomes a great opportunity because you can enroll, be in compliance with your visa and SEVIS, and then begin working towards that CPT. And again, even after you enroll in the program, you can do either part-time or full-time CPT. So you'll be able to choose whether you want to what you want to do there. So if you're worried about juggling the two and being able to manage your coursework with full-time job, then you can absolutely begin with part-time CPT to make sure that you can balance the two.
Okay, great. Yes. From personal experience, I was definitely on part-time job for a really long time and then switched to a full-time job at the end of the program. So yes, you can definitely just enroll as a full-time student, and whenever you secure the job, no matter part-time or full-time, you can apply for CPT. And also, Tyler, a follow-up question on this. I don't think there's a specific time, like CPT application deadline exists at Harrisburg, right? So you can apply anytime.
That is correct. That is correct. As long as you've submitted that waiver, there's no deadline. They'll continue to allow you to be enrolled in the program as long as you continue to show that you're actively looking for that employment opportunity.
Yes, great. So next question, when is the first day of class? Is it first Saturday on the month?
Again, GoElite will be able to show you the upcoming start dates. Now, the first day of class is going to be that weekend session. So your first day of class will be on campus. So you'll want to make sure you attend that. But again, it doesn't always fall on the first Saturday of the month. They're constantly moving. But again, GoElite's going to have a list of those upcoming start dates. That way, you'll have plenty of time to make travel plans and to make sure that you're there on campus for that weekend session.
Yeah, so make sure you scan the QR code and talk to us, and we'll give you a schedule. And as Tyler mentioned, your first on-site may not be your first Saturday of class. So it could be a delay based on a specific class schedule, which are quite different from course to course. So next question, I'm currently H4 in the US and want to transfer to F1 and use day one CPT. Is that possible?
Yes, that is possible. So change of status happens quite often with students. GoElite is wonderful at this. This is a service that they provide in assisting students through that change of status. I believe that was on your first slide, H4 to F1. So I know that they'd be a fantastic resource if you've got additional questions as far as what that process looks like.
Okay, great. So yes, Harrisburg University itself is definitely change your status friendly. And if you're coming from H4, you can actually start enrolling on H4 because at H4 you have the legal right to study here. And you don't even need to register for full-time course load. You can opt for part-time enrollment while waiting for your change of status to F1 get approved. And yep, next question. Can a student OPT for more than 7 credits opt for more than 7 credits in a semester? So register for more courses.
Perfect. So it's 6 credits per semester that you'll take, 2 3-credit courses. And unfortunately, students are not able to take more credits than that. And the reason for that is because of the format of the program and because of that in-person session. Again, only one of those 2 classes that you'll take each semester has that in-person face-to-face. And so if you were to increase the number of credits you're taking, then it may be difficult to meet that in-person requirement. So because of that, the university doesn't allow you to stack credits in a semester.
Okay, got it. Thank you. That's something me as a student wasn't aware of. So 6 credits is a standard registration for each semester. And there's no 7 credits enrollment as to my knowledge, because each course is worth like 3 credits and 2 courses is 6 credits. So at Harrisburg, we also don't have like a CPT credit. So it's just your course academic credit. And next, I will be working as a nurse and will apply for the late fall semester. Which program would be the best for me?
This is a great question. It would really depend on what your job responsibilities are as a nurse. We've had plenty of nurses who have been in the healthcare informatics or biotechnology. So it really kind of depends on what your duties would be. If you're not sure, you can always submit a your job description to the ISO, and they can or registrar, and they can of course look at that and review it and let you know if it would meet the requirement for CPT.
Got it. So I think you already gave 2 good examples. That's MSc in healthcare informatics. The other one maybe technology part. So yeah, both program might be a fit for you. So just let us know and we'll kind of ask them on your behalf. So next question, can I go to the Philadelphia campus?
You can. Now, the campus is degree specific. So there are currently 2 degrees that are being offered at the Philadelphia campus. So if that's the campus you're interested in, I believe it's techpreneurship and human-centered interaction design, I believe, are the 2 degree programs currently being offered at the Philadelphia campus. All other degrees would be at the Harrisburg campus.
Okay, great.
But again, you're only there 1 Saturday per month, so it's very easy to travel to and provide you that flexibility.
Okay, thank you. And is working as a full-time or part-time depending on my previous school's DSO, or is it up to Harrisburg?
The authorization is going to come from Harrisburg because you'll be enrolled at Harrisburg University. That CPT authorization on your I-20 will come from the university. As far as whether you want it to be full-time or part-time, that is what you will request when you submit your CPT work authorization form. You will request either the full-time or part-time from the university.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. And I think we basically get the next question. If I apply for MS Healthcare Informatics, can I work as a nurse? I think it's highly possible, most likely a yes.
It is. It is. And again, it comes down to what responsibilities you have as a nurse, what you're doing as a nurse, whether you're a clinician or doing something else. And so really the ISO will be able to assist you in knowing if your job duties relate to that area of study.
Okay, so make sure it's still your job duty, or in your job description, there's some items that are relevant to the nature of the program. Otherwise, just let us help you to take a look at your job description along with their international student office. So next question, what about change of status students who do not have F1 stamp on passport? Can they travel internationally? Any challenges?
I might defer to you on this one, Alice. I'm not sure what
Okay.
the regulation is on this, as far as travel with
All right.
that stamping.
Yeah, so in order to re-enter the country, you do need a F1 stamped on your passport. And that's based on after your F1 is approved within the country. So there are two ways to do change status to F1. First is within the US changing status to F1. You need to fill out the I-539 form after you get admitted to Harrisburg and get your change of status I-20. And average wait time is 5 months without the premium processing. So that's the first way. And the second way is leave the US, stamp F1 visa using Harrisburg's initial I-20 document. So that will be on average at least 3 months of process, but you will come back directly with a F1 visa. Whereas you do it within the country, whenever you go back to your own country or travel outside. And for the re-entering purpose, you always need the visa on your passport. That is valid. So yeah, I hope that get your question. So yes, you can travel internationally. Just make sure when you come back, you use the F1 visa, physical copy of F1 visa on your passport to come back. Okay, great. And next question. I'm currently on OPT and it expires next month. Can I travel out of the country before the first day of class? Let's say I have registered and just waiting for the class to be started.
Alice, correct me if I'm wrong, but again, this really comes down to those 3 items as you mentioned with travel, right? As long as they've got the signature on their I-20 and their passport and so on, they would be allowed to, yes, travel out of the country while on OPT prior to starting your class.
However, this is kind of tricky because this guy is trying to travel out of the country before the first day of class and OPT ending. So you will have a pending on I-20, so it will kind of complicate the process. I would really prefer for if you can scan the QR code, let us know, talk to us. Like we will give you individualized plan. It's not recommended to do so. I've seen a case like this before, and it will kind of sort of complicate things a little bit. But if you have a like personal emergency, I wouldn't say it's impossible. It's just not recommended to do it because you're kind of between the schools while your SEVIS is still being released to Harrisburg, and you didn't even mention if you want to obtain the I-20 before or after. So it's case by case because there are too much space here. So yeah, I would say it's still possible. Just let us know and let us know your plan exactly so we can give you a correct answer. Okay, great. And next question, when in the program do international students typically start a job?
Great question. So you can have authorization from day 1 of the program. So if you've already got a job lined up, let's say you're coming off of that OPT, as long as you've submitted your work placement form and your CPT authorization, you can have that CPT authorization go into effect on the first day of the program. Now, when they start that job really kind of depends on the student, because if you're a student, again, coming off of OPT, you've already got that lined up, which means you can start right away. If you're an initial F1 student coming from your home country, it's going to take you a little time to find a job opportunity. And again, you'll be able to fill out that waiver, letting the university know that you're looking for that employment opportunity. I would say on average for those students, an initial F1, we typically see them find employment within the first 2 months of starting their program. So very quick as far as that goes and being able to find that employment opportunity and to start a job. But again, it really comes down to that student, perhaps where you've chosen to live, how long, when did you arrive in the US? There's a lot of different factors like that that are going to affect this, but you have the opportunity to start from day 1 of your program.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Tyler. And I do believe Harrisburg asked for at least one semester of CPT for everyone to graduate. Yeah. Thank you. And can you explain how to still be eligible for OPT after graduation if we do the integral CPT option?
This is a great question. So, of course, these are STEM designated programs. So a lot of students who have not yet completed OPT at the graduate level are interested in OPT when they graduate at Harrisburg University, and they want the STEM extension. So to be eligible for OPT, a student needs to make sure that they do not do more than 1 full year, or 11 months, 30 days, of full-time CPT, right? So you're going to limit your full-time CPT to under a year. The rest of the time you can do part-time CPT. So what a lot of students will do is they'll do a little of both, right? They'll do first year part-time CPT, second year full-time CPT, and then again, because they've limited that full-time CPT to under a year, they would still then be eligible for their OPT at the end of the program. Again, OPT is only available once at each graduate level. So if you've already completed OPT at the graduate level, then you will not qualify for it again. So you're better off just doing full-time CPT for the full duration.
Okay, got it. Thank you. And next question, what resources does the university provide when looking for jobs in data science or other IT-related fields?
The university has career services that can assist you in looking for job opportunities. However, I will say it does come down to the student to secure their employment. And this becomes tricky again for the university because you're not required to live on campus or near campus, meaning maybe you're looking for a job in a completely different state, right? So it really is down to you to find and secure that employment. Again, they do have career services to assist you, but that becomes tricky because of where you may be domiciled.
Okay, yes, it's really a case-by-case individualized situation, but career services, they have one-on-one appointment that you can book with their counselors. And also they have this database that can match your profile with the jobs, and they kind of have it synced with different like job seeking platforms like LinkedIn. So make sure you take advantage of that resource out there. And next question, can I use CPT before semester start?
Harrisburg does not authorize CPT prior to the start date. So your first day of CPT would be on your start date.
Okay, got it. Thank you. And next question, can I take semester break and still use CPT?
Think about this. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Alice, I believe you still have authorization for CPT, even on your break. I don't know, did you ever take a semester break?
Yeah, so there's natural like semester break, for example.
Right, you've got the 2 weeks between each
Semester.
semester. I don't know if that's what they're
Yeah.
referring to here. And you'll
Mhm.
have CPT authorization for that.
Yeah, so CPT is valid during like those natural semester break, but I think this person may be inclined to, what if they take a semester off? And in that case, does CPT
They
still?
remove themselves from the program for a semester, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, so in that case, yeah, you wouldn't have the CPT authorization.
Okay, so if you're not registered for the courses for that semester, then no CPT valid for that semester. But if you're talking about semester breaks, then CPT cover those breaks because each authorization at Harrisburg lasts for a whole year. Okay, great, thank you. And following up on the full-time, part-time question, if I work as a full-time, then am I eligible for OPT after graduating from Harrisburg? If so, how long would be post OPT? So we kind of answered the question, and really the rule is try to limit your full-time employment on CPT for 11 months or below that, so you can keep your OPT safe after graduation. And since all the programs at Harrisburg are STEM designated, then you will be eligible for up to 3 years of OPT total. So that's first year original regular OPT plus 2 year STEM extension. Just make sure throughout the program you don't use your CPT for full-time work for more than a year. What we suggest is keep it below 11 months if possible. Okay. So sorry, Tyler, do you have anything to add for this one?
No, that was a great response, Allison. I think, yeah, we kind of touched on this already. So it's
Mhm.
really just about making sure you're limiting that full-time CPT if OPT is still of interest to you.
Okay, great. Thank you. And moving on is our last question for the day. Are there any job recommendations or opportunities available through the department's network?
Feel like we kind of answered this question as well. So again, you know, they do have the career services, but as Alice mentioned, it's also great to look on job boards, you know, LinkedIn, Monster, Indeed, great places to look for those opportunities for employment.
Yeah, great. And especially Tyler mentioned at the beginning, that reminds me, networking is also important. You will be sitting among people working for Amazon, like those big names, and also your professors maybe having a really strong background. For example, in project management field, I do believe they have one like that person's a previous senator. So make sure you make good use of those opportunities from your professors and your peers. So you're sitting among amazing people right there in your classroom. So great, thank you. I think that should be it for today. And thank you so much, Tyler. And if you want a free consultation, everyone, feel free to scan the QR code. You will also receive the recording of today's session to the email you used at registration for today's webinar. And let me stop share. Thank you again, Tyler, for being here today, and have a nice day.
You bet. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.